All right, I guess my question is kind of for everyone, but originally I was going to ask Jewel because I've been inspired all the way to watch sci-fi back from Space Cases on. So I'm just wondering, what inspired you to get into sci-fi originally? Anyone?
I don't think I ever really thought about getting into sci-fi specifically. I was just sort of drawn to strong female characters, and there are a lot of those in the sci-fi genre. What do you guys think?
I was drawn to the strong female characters.
I was waiting for
That's why I wanted to get into sci-fi.
Vancouver just has, where I've been for the past number of years, there's a lot of sci-fis up in Vancouver, so you end up going out for a lot of different sci-fis, and they shot so many different ones up in Vancouver, X-Files and Sliders and Stargates, all the Battlestar, and many more, that are happening, right? Supernatural, all those different shows, V, so all of those shoot in Vancouver, so when you're an actor there's a good chance you're going to be doing some sci-fi. So that's sort of how that worked. Jason's asleep, and he often does this.
Yeah, I don't think I went out searching to get into sci-fi, but when I found Ronin, it was amazing, and now I love sci-fi.
Dude, you were just looking for some tasty waves, man.
Yeah, man. No, Nicola.
Next question, please.
This is for most of the panel, but if there was a scene from any of your shows that you could go back and rewrite yourself, which one would it be?
I'll take that one. Guys?
Well, you're allowed to, so go ahead and start.
I don't know. I think I don't want to speak for everybody, but there's always stuff that, whether it's when you wrote it or when you performed it or, and you see in the final version of the show, you're like, oh, I see how I maybe could have done that better. I think that happens a lot. It's rarely that you're like, yes, perfection, we did it again, another perfect episode. There's always room to grow, and that's what's exciting about working on a TV show is that, unlike when you're working on a film, the stakes are so high because you're going to spend 2 or 3 years doing this one thing in 90 minutes or, apparently in Conan's case, 4 hours. But with the great thing about a TV show is you can have not that you can have a bad one, but when they're like, oh, that didn't turn out as great, you're like, well, we're already making another one, so we have a chance to make this one better at least. So that's where it lies.
Episode duet, there's a scene in there I might want to, if you had a chance. Although he did kiss me. Right, Martin? You attest to that?
That he kissed you?
He kissed me.
Well, sure, on camera.
Fair enough.
Mike 1.
Hi, my question's for Ben. I'm wondering if they offered you to go back and do Farscape again, if you would go back and play with the animatronics.
Would I go back and play with the animatronics? Absolutely. I'm asking whether I'd go back and be a puppeteer instead of being Jack Crichton. If you have never played, if you've never put your hand inside of another character. When I was at Comic-Con a couple years ago, the Henson Company has this thing called Puppet Up, which is improvisational puppetry. It's basically, it's theater sports for puppets. They invited me up to be a guest puppeteer. It's a ridiculous amount of fun if you've never really gotten it. I thought, oh, this will be easy, right? You get in there and you got your hand and you're playing the character, but you're improvising. And the first thing that happens is you forget to move your hand. And they do this on purpose for a point. It's like, oh my God, he's a ventriloquist! He's throwing his voice, you're amazing! But it's so much fun to do the puppeteering. First off, I used to think that, puppeteers had huge egos. And, they would literally, The puppeteers would literally stand there and say to me, "Your job is so much easier than my job." And I would look at them over by the monitor where the guys who did the voices had the script laid out for them. They didn't have to remember a thing. They just read off the script, and I thought, how is my job easier than yours? I got to go get into makeup in the morning. But it's so difficult. And it is so, your brain kind of gets divided in like 3 different directions, which is probably why most people who work for the Henson Company are kind of insane anyway. Yeah, I'd do it for sure.
But and now you all know that puppeteers are considered the biggest egos in this industry.
Well, you should see their entourage.
They do travel in packs.
Well, look, on Farscape, Rigel came in and he had 7 people. There's 7 people looking after Rigel. I'm sharing my makeup artist with Dargo. And you look at it, and also they want to protect the puppets because the puppets cost more than the actors. If I fall down, it's like get another white guy. Rigel breaks a servo, it's $1 million. He's $1 million puppet. And so I've told this story, but probably many of you haven't heard it. The first time that we got physical with the puppet. Puppets or animatronics work better when you're in close contact with them. That's why Yoda, when Luke's carrying him around, it gives them a sense of reality. And the puppeteers, we talked about it early in the series. It's good to get your hands on them. It's do this. And I said, well, how about if I just, knock the crap out of the little guy, Rigel, because he's only this big, right? He's floating around his throne set, and we were doing this scene where I was flashing in and out of these. Of time. That happens on sci-fi. So I'm flashing it out of time, and I was mimicking my action. So, well, if I come out, and I was falling as I did it, and I hit the puppet in the back of the head. And I only told the puppeteers this, and they said, oh, that's a great idea. So we didn't tell the puppet supervisor. This is what we're going to do. So, we didn't tell the director. Okay, so, but we improvised this thing where, they go, action, and I go, whoo! And I hit the puppet. I didn't hit him. I actually pulled the punch, so it looked like I hit him. It was a fight scene with a puppet. And the puppeteer, they have to hide the puppeteer. He's there, and he goes, bam! Like that. He didn't actually hit, but he hit the bottom of it. So, from the front of the camera, it looked like I had just nailed the $1 million puppet. And from off camera, I hear, no, not the puppet! I could fall down and my leg would be breaking this direction. They wouldn't care, patching up.
Last question. Mike 2.
Hi. I think it's hilarious that David Hewlett had an idea for writing a Stargate musical because I'm also writing a Stargate musical.
Hamilton Bards. Let's hear just a little bit of it right now.
Okay. In homage to Jack O'Neill. I'm not sure Jack's going to be in it, but he may be referenced.
Okay.
The Ballad of Jack O'Neill. Jack O'Neill, let me tell you how I feel. Jack O'Neill, you're so great, take me with you through that gate. So, my question, I was interested
Cameron Mitchell. Through the gate and he will pitchel.
I was wondering what each of your favorite genre of music was.
I like the blues. All kinds of different things. I don't really have one favorite, but just a real mixed bag. Lots of different things.
Yeah, my tastes are fairly eclectic. I like jazz. I think that's the sort of height of performance for musicians. Obviously, classical music. My college roommate forced me to listen to a lot of Mozart. But yeah, if you're talking about current stuff, I like alternate rock at the moment.
I really like jazz too. That's kind of my favorite thing to listen
I like the artist Brandy. Basically all I listen to. I bought an iPod. I was like, I don't need this.
And you like Bieber as well, right?
I just need Brandy.
Justin Bieber.
Yep. And with that, do we? Is someone
that
right there
bombshell.
for one more, or?
Yeah, we have time for one more on one.
Yeah.
Hi, God, wow, that's loud. Jesus. I mean, Jeebus. Jeebus Christ. I have a question, I guess, for all of you guys, the cast members. What was your best on-screen kiss? Like,
Well, we know Paul's.
I think that was my only on-screen kiss.
Aww.
I think it was.
You mean that made it to air? Well, I kissed Bo Bridges, so he wasn't expecting it. It wasn't scripted. He was getting a little up himself, you know. He needed a wake-up call, and he's a very attractive man.
I got pretty used to kissing Sean Marr. Used to in a good way.
So did I, in a weird side story that we don't need to go into here.
No.
Yeah.
It's actually would be completely inappropriate for me to discuss truly the best on-screen kisses. I'm a married man, and you know you just don't kiss and tell.
I would if I had the opportunity, but I don't. So I'm sorry. So guys, I'm so sorry. I think that's the end. You guys have been so extraordinary thank you for all 4 or 5 days. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. I hope you guys had a great Dragon Con.
Thank you guys. It was great. We'll see you soon. You guys
We'll
rock.
see you next year.
Thank you.
Thank all of our guests this morning and throughout the weekend. Thanks a lot.
You want to go grab? I'm going to go.
Our guests will still be signing in the Walk of Fame this afternoon.